Right, hello, sorry. Yesterday I started on a stream of creating browser automation on my own, and today I thought I'd do it properly. So, quick half an hour stream just whilst I'm gearing up for doing some client work. So, I won't be talking a whole lot, I don't think, but if you're in chat, I'll have it open on my phone, so come say hello. Plan here at the moment is to start building some tools on my MCP server so that I can start interacting with stuff. I've just done a build stint and I don't know how close we are to getting it working. So, but yeah, this is how I'm using Cursor mostly to do development now. Let's see what happens, yeah? So I add these new guys here. Lovely bit refreshed. I have no clue if it's going to work. Okay, so we're opening the browser. We've given it a set of tools. So at the moment it's got navigate. Slackbot, environmental. Okay, cool. Because we need to run it locally, look. Of course we do. Of course we do. MCP local. We do have a Slack bot. Don't look at this. Yeah, it's not going to work anyway. I know why it's not going to work. Potentially. Okay, because it's looking for ARIA labels. So we've got a few things to work out here. The first is, do you know what? The first is not dealing with Slack. That's a side project. That's not something we want. What we want to be doing is sorting out our utils to find an element, because at the moment it's looking for, when we click in, it's looking for this label and roll a button, but actually we want to use the browser snapshot. Now I could try to do this on my own, but I don't really fancy it. Instead I'm going to go to the GitHub MCP, not here, you there. Let's see how they're doing click. How are you doing click, man? So this is the player at MCP, which is most of my inspiration right now whilst I'm learning. For sure, we want tool schema, handle, screenshots, comment. I mean, I'm sure I should just be searching this. Oh, okay. So the way that they're doing click here is they're just doing a ref locator. Okay, that's good to know. What does the ref locator do? Really? Okay, so it's working on like straight ARIA refs. But are we adding these to the context? Again, let's search for it. Maybe it's just doing ref, data ref. Okay. Let's go back to our mate and see what we're doing. So I want to just do it like this, essentially. So I know that I need to be finding the ARIA ref for the page locator, and that's how I should be sending it out instead of what I'm doing with the actual getting by role. The way that I've done it is wrong. We should just be using this accessibility grabber. I'll send in a snapshot as well like that. So I'll just brute for this whilst we're getting along, and you'll see like I'm creating a snapshot of it. Maybe I don't want to hard code this. Page locator shouldn't be hard coded as HTML. It can be an input so that we can get as much smaller granular level if we need to. Make it an optional, and the description should be that use this if we need to only get a small section of HTML. Let's see what's going on here in the browser utils. So now it's using the page locator. That's great, that's fine. The snapshot's also done. So do you know what? Let's just try it out and see what's happening. Being a bit vibey right now. I don't really like that. I'd rather be writing this myself, but let's try it. So back to this guy. He's going to complain about Slack still, isn't he? He's complaining about Slack. Why? Because of .env or something. Yeah, let's just see it in action. So how the browser navigate works. So create a new instance of Playwright, navigates to the website, grabs a snapshot. So this is accessibility, or this is what like accessibility readers see. Then it's going to click, and it's obviously not clicking because it's searching for the ARIA label. But I think we should be searching for ARIA ID. Yeah. So I believe we should be using the locator. But not this selector. Okay. Can you drag these out? No, that's a shame. Okay, so in this selector is way too specific, and we don't really want to be using this. We are actually just taking an ARIA ID. So the input schema should be ARIA ID. Instead of having a role, we just straight pass it the ID that we have. And in fact, you know what? I need to make sure that we're actually grabbing this properly. Let's just pull this out and have a look at what have a look at what it's doing. So, you know what? I think we need to add a unique reference to this, obviously. Or, no, do you know what? Silly of me, isn't it? The snapshot should take in a ref. I think it takes in a ref. Like, used to. Let's go search Google. Text hormones ARIA snapshot. Only has a timeout. Do I need to extend this then? Let's go back to the MPC server. How are you guys doing it? So you're taking a snapshot. Let's see. You're using locator for sure. Ref locator. passing utils, pretty sure. Just slow down. So it lives on the page. So the snapshot. I was right, I'm just being too fast. So this is a run and wait. Okay, so this is quite nice. So they wrapped everything to wait for the completion of this callback to return a snapshot afterwards of the new context. So for example, if they're doing a click, then we're going to wait for a click, and then we're going to return that snapshot. So this is something that's worth stealing. But this, look, like, this is taking in a ref of true. What version of Playwright are you using, guys? 1.2 alpha. For sure I'm not using this. Oh. Let's see if that does it. Oops. Playwright. What's the test they're using for using their dependencies? Okay. We're not writing tests here. See if we can get this in. Maybe that will give us that missing ref that we're looking for. If it does, that'd be sick. Okay, so now, what are you saying? You're saying you're gonna give me that ref? Of course you're not. Let's check we got that version now. Let's go check out what an ARIA snapshot actually does. Just a timeout again. No ref. Maybe they're doing some extending here somewhere. Hide that. Didn't see that. Resource schema. Let's start from the very start. Where does page get created? Definitely not anywhere here. So we'll pass in the playwright page. Importing that as playwright. So this page locator takes the playwright page. I mean, like, so it's not a locator. So we're awaiting the page locator HTML ARIA snapshot. I wonder what happens if I just slam it in and they've just not updated the types. Go away. Let's see if this does anything now. Do the bloody MCP refresh. Can I do this? MCP refresh. No, of course I can't. Let's see what's going on. Something's so grumpy today. Not grumpy. Determined. So, of course, this doesn't work. Why don't you work? Because the latest version says that Playwright test or Playwright was just installed and updated. Okay, cool. I'll listen to you. That was it? Don't think so. Let's just try maybe I also need Playwright test. Excuse me. server. Okay, so the alpha is doing something interesting where it's not finding the browser instance. At least that's how I see it. Huh. Am I spelling it wrong? Like, this shouldn't work. Doug. Doug. Anyway. So I didn't catch that. I was doing it at the root of the turbo repo instead of what we actually supposed to be doing it inside the MCP app. I'm sure you're all there shouting at me. Haven't checked chat though, so. Whilst we wait for this to install, get onto the next error, always failing forward. Let's see what we're going on to next. Okay, so let's get this guy Devin. Yeah, that's cool, like that. Should be the same, don't need to refresh. There we go. Okay, cool, so at least we're opening. Now it's going to take a snapshot. So you know what, I should open and take a snapshot at the same time, shouldn't it? Or should it? Maybe it opens and then it does. Yeah, like. And we have refs in this now. Yeah, check this out. This is sick. So now that we've got this and it's working and the ref is true, look at that. Boom, yeah, it's good. It's because we didn't build it, I guess. No, it's not. It's just because, you know, undocumented. Skip continue. I'll just skip for now. We know that we want to go update this to find the element properly. So, like, am I happy with this? Firstly, does this exist inside there? Okay. Yes, it does. Somewhere. I'm colorblind, I cannot see that. But it does exist. So it means that it's failing because it's not finding the element. So So I guess what that new alpha version is doing was just adding refs onto every element and passing it and then returning. Anyway, let's look through what we're going through. And what does our tool use? Well, firstly, where is our tool? Okay, it's not a tool, I'm being silly. So we're finding an element, let's look in the click. We are using element operations. Okay, we're looking for the find element, and we're looking for the element ref, and that's going to be an ARIA ID. But maybe we need to define it. No, we don't. We don't need to define it because it's fetching it just fine. It's just not finding the element. Okay. So firstly, are we passing back exists? Let's see what we're passing. Yeah, okay, you'll do. We're passing anything else. The second up. Man, I wish there was a way to test this problem. There is a way to test this. Of course, using the inspector, but that's a side mission. So now that we're going to do this, we're going to open up this. It's going to navigate, it's going to take the screenshot, snapshot of the HTML. It's going to do a click. It's still not finding it, but it's looking for this. And here we're getting element locator exists false. What the? You mean exists false? What do you mean exists false? If it just returns the element. Okay, so we're being a bit stupid here, and I need to now say element is create accessibility locator. Okay, so let's call this instead locator. And it's looking if the count is more than 0. Okay, debug. But maybe not here. Maybe let's go into create accessibility locator, and it's just looking for that. Let's just check it. Is this has not. Okay. Doesn't hurt to keep going whilst I check out what else is going on here. Sure. I mean, like, I'm half cheating, so I might as well go the whole way. Just going and do this. Can't remember where anything was though. Snapshot. I got a click tool. Click tool does this. It does a run and wait, and it clicks on the page ref locator. And the ref locator is on 135, and it's literally just get the page that are. Oh, really? Oh, by the way, it did it. What did I change? So it did it. It did it, but it's returning false. Oh, by the way, where did my second bracket go? That's quite cool. So that's interesting to know. First off, I know that next time I'm going to do this, I'm going to build an inspector so that I don't have to run it through an MPC client like Cursor all the time. Second thing, I need to write tests because this is not good for my sanity. Third thing, you're going to click. Oh, he's sneaky. That's what he was doing. He was navigating it directly. Okay, screw you, guy. So back to it. I think this might work this time. Let's try this and just. In the meantime, I think a navigate should call the snapshot as well. Shoot, don't even care. Right, after successful navigation, we should grab a browser snapshot and return that. Yeah, like he's sneaky bastard. But what do we got here? Locator. Oh. Is this for real? One last time. Without brackets. Quotations. Anyway, look, I've stagnatized. I've got pretty stagnant here, but the whole premise is, can we build an agent that's doing stuff? And the answer is yeah, we can, definitely, because it's already done here. I know that I don't want to use the playwright MCP outright because there's a few issues. Those issues are mainly what do you do if your context is too massive? Though actually Gemini has just released a new model and context window is basically not an issue now. Something stupid like 2 mil. So you can actually run this for free and have a massive context window. But still, I want to get this working at some point. I've been about half an hour now, I think, maybe a bit longer. This was really fun. If you're interested in doing stuff like this, you can follow the progress actually, because this is my boilerplate for the MCP server. So you can build your own. You can follow along. Or if you wait long enough and I actually complete this,